Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. Sorry about the start there. I don't know what had happened. For whatever reason, it didn't play the intro music. It's been, I was expecting actually quite a quiet period for a time because obviously Stack's coming now and we're not close to anyone else. Obviously, we know about, we knew about Longstaff. We knew about Stack coming in. So I thought it'd be quiet on the incomings. We know about Paxiao potentially being close, etc. Well, not potentially being close, but he could be the next one on the line. But then we've had breaking news just moments ago from Mr. Daniel Farke, who has confirmed to the press that Matteo Joseph has now requested a transfer away from the football club. He was expected to be in the training camp in Germany. To be fair to Daniel, who takes a hell of a lot of stick unnecessarily, so he protected him yesterday. He probably was well aware of that information yesterday. But today's maybe they were waiting, look, are you coming, are you not? And And listen, and I'm going to say some things now that people probably won't like. But anyone who somehow now makes this the manager's fault, you're player FC. People call me sentimental FC. You got too emotion. But there'll be people defending the decision. Yeah. And that's fine. Listen, I'm not going to have a go at him, the man. I'm more having a go at those that have battered people all last season when he wasn't making the grade. People disagreeing with me on Twitter about Largy's comments, who basically said I've learned a lot from the manager taking me out of the side, because guess what? You can mature by, especially at elite sports, by understanding, actually, mate, you can't afford to do X, Y, Z. I'm going to take you out of the side if you're not doing what I asked of you. Largy said I've learned a lot from that. Apparently, that's him just feeding a line to the press. Okay, fair enough. That's fine. Football's about opinions. And the same rhetoric will come from Matteo, but the facts are he started the season as R9, he lost his place, and then eventually lost his sub place. He scored the goals against Chelsea, and people dined out on that. But my point is, anyone now who goes, oh, well, yeah, Matt, it's Farke's fault, then you are player FC. You want to call me a sentimental and all that jazz, then you are player FC. Because there's nothing different to what he's doing to say what Nonto did last summer. I know he's not refusing to play, but he's refusing to go out to Germany. Listen, I'm all right with Matteo doing it. I get it. I understand it. He wants to play. The facts are he's not going to play because there's Pirro Mecha ahead of him. Yeah. So I get it, mate, but come on, in your opinion, he handled Cresswell wrong. In your opinion, again, football's about opinions. Cresswell was never getting in our side. Right, it's easy now with hindsight to say the manager got it wrong, but tell me when Cresswell and who Cresswell was playing ahead of. Yeah, of course I do, Michael, because I agree with him. Because he's got the best interest of the football club at heart. I didn't agree with Jesse. I agreed with Bielsa, because I know when I think, oh, okay, I rate this manager and he's got the best interest of the football club at heart, of course I'm going to defend him. I would say you always criticize him. Do you know what I mean? But if we're going to bring up things of the past and try justify this, tell me who Cresswell was playing over. Therefore, he would not have had enough game time. Bearing in mind, he'd been sent on loan the previous season to Millwall. We gave him a shot. He didn't make the grade. He would have never played over Joe Rodon, so we sold him. It'd be interesting to see if he moves back to the Premier League, see what he does. But even if he stayed at Leeds United, he wouldn't have played. So he wouldn't be worth what he's going for now. He'd have been wasting his time, his career. It was the best move for him at that time. And now, look, he's flourishing. Well done. Buzzing for you. Matteo might do the same, but ultimately, right now, we're not losing anything. I've seen some takes online saying, oh, well, if we'd have played him last season, he did play, he would be better in the Prem, like Matteo Joseph. I could sort of understand, okay, you might get more space, etc. on the ball. I watched a great podcast where an ex-pro said in the Championship, the players you go up against are weaker. but you don't get as much time on the ball. This one, Matty Jarvis, England call up. Boom, on from my left. He said in the Premier League, you'll get more time on it, but you're going up against stiffer opposition when it comes to wingers, for example. So I understand Ramazani and Nonto having more space to work in, so we might see an improvement from them. I think with Matteo and the role that's expected of him in our side, I think he still struggles against Premier League centre-backs. People will say, well, he's more suited to it. Premier League centre-backs will body the lad. I just don't think he's ready. I just don't think he's ready. And I won't lose no sleep over it. I'm not asked. I was asked about Nonto. I just think meh, because I don't listen. Let's not forget at the start of last season, I backed him for top scorer. I have rated the lad, but as the season transpired, he just wasn't good enough last season. He just wasn't good enough last season. It is what it is. And now have I abused him? No, I've not abused him, Yorkshireman. Not saying that. You're putting words in my mouth. Don't do that, please. Never said that. I haven't. I think it's the best decision for him. He's got to play. I get it. 100% I get it. But my point is, if you're now trying to batter the manager for this decision, I think it's player FC. Sorry, I was really looking forward to being there. Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry to hear that. I hope you're all right. Yeah, I was told 4. Can you confirm whether I'm right or wrong? 4-0. I've not seen it yet. It's only highlights as well. We can't even watch the full thing. We knew this was coming. We did. We called it, and we move. I agree with you. No, you can't blame Joseph, boys. He obviously needs to play to develop, and he's now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't blame him either, Charles. There's a way to go about it, but ultimately, he'll have been advised, don't go out there. Just like Nonto. Nonto was advised, incorrectly so. A year later, he goes and he signs a new deal. So send Cresswell out on loan, right. So we've not pissed off his camp because his brother's still here. So that's not true. That's just making water out of wine. That's a good thing, though. 2-2 and equaling 5. We'd already spent a season. You're not taking everything in. You're just seeing a good player now and going, well, we messed up. He'd spent a season on loan at Millwall. He'd already done it. So the next step for Charlie was to play for Leeds United. That's the next step. He'd done his loan. He'd done a full season at Millwall. We all believe, right, next step, first team. He couldn't get in. So we sold him. Why would you send him on loan again? Yeah, okay, we could probably have a conversation about that, but at the time, he'd only had 1 season on loan in the Championship. So it makes sense. He's not going to want to be 4th choice. Yeah, agreed with you. I don't think he will be. Right? Why? And if he is, so basically, this is the point. If he isn't in our plans and the manager doesn't think he's good enough, we can agree with him, but that's fine. Like, this is when it becomes, again, I would have to say, Yorkshireman, it's player FC, man. 100% Joseph wasn't cutting it at Championship level. If we want to strike, yeah, I agree as well. And it's profit. It's all profit. Not for a second season. To where? To who? He'd already had a loan in the Championship. The next rite of passage was for him to play at Leeds. Didn't make the grade. Right, sell me. It was the right thing at the time. End of day, you don't reform on the grass. You don't get minutes. Perform, sorry. Farke wants to succeed for the club, players and himself. 100%. Willie threw his dummy out. Farke put him with the under-18s. 2 seasons later, he's laughing with Farke on Leeds' last video. This is all player, not Farke. I agree, John. It's not the manager's job to deceive the amount they go for. To decide. Yeah, sorry, that's not on the manager either yet. No, 100%. But I agree. At the time, Jack, what were people expecting us to sell him for? He'd had 1 season on loan at Millwall and had lost his place for a period of that. What did they expect to lose to pay? 10 million? Not a chance. Bigger picture is the money we make of him allows us to go out and spend again. Agree, Tom. Agree. That is I thought they would have sold him for PSR anyway, but it turns out that he's pushing for it as well. Daniel's management is spot on. He's doing what is right for the club. He gets too much. Yeah, agreed, mate. And people disagree with me, and that is fine. You know, you don't have to get personal. We can just have a conversation. I'm totally cool with that. Totally fine. Graham Smith says, Daniel has revealed that Matteo Joseph has asked for a move to Spain. Striker has thus far not taken the manager's recommendation to join up with the squad in Germany. So again, he protected him yesterday. Guess he gave him that opportunity. It's a little bit like Nonto, but not because it's pre-season. But if we were going away to Everton, would he be refusing to go? I think so. And we'd all be calling him a rat. The lad is being tipped to be a future Spain centre-forward. Tipped, indeed, yeah. We can't blame him if he thinks he needs to be playing. I agree, Richard, as well. He should be playing at this stage of his career. He should be playing. I do think the fan base overgassed it. Let's not forget that he is older than someone like Somerville. He was older than a few of us. It took him a while to get ready for the first team, to be honest. I think they're on LUTV now. It was 4-0, I believe. Someone will have to let me know in the in the comments if I was right. Well, it's right, but so again, 1 second. You can't continuously loan a player out. You just can't. There comes a time when the player needs to play and wants to go forge a career. You forget about all these intangibles. It's not just as simple as, well, just loan him. What the player wants, well, I need to know where I'm at in my career. Gelhardt, what are we doing here? Gelhardt has been under 1, 2, 3, about 6 managers during his time at Leeds United. He's just not of the level. Now, he may go on to be of the level, but not at Leeds United. And I respect your opinion as well. That's what I mean. It is just about opinions. But who would Cresswell have started over? Because if you wanted him to get minutes, that means Joe Rodon's being dropped. Joe has never abused Joseph. I haven't, and I hope people aren't saying that. Ramazan did more than MJ with less playtime. Get Rid thinks he's better than he is. Tried him, failed him. Time to sell. And time will tell if he's better than what he believes he is right now. 100%. Off you go, son. Speak to Willie. It's a good point. Farke said he didn't want to come. Good luck to Matteo, but he was in Farke's plans that we know of. Get it done quick so he can move on. Yeah, look, I don't know where this stands now in terms of strengthening. Leeds United are very good negotiators now. Not under the Radrazani era, but these guys are. So best believe we will get the best deal out of this. So if you want to go, make sure Betis pay. We're not giving you no loan and an option to buy. You need to pay. I did think Celta Vigo might be interested, was it? Was that doing the rounds? Loves Joseph, and I think he has a great future, but if you're not willing or content to fight for your place, off you go. Exactly. It's pre-season. He could go out to pre-season and still say, I want to move. That happens all the time. Sean Longstaff went to Newcastle on pre-season. Stack has been on pre-season. You don't have to refuse to go on pre-season. This is pure a way to force the move. We might be playing a blinder, Joe, making it out. We want him, get a transfer request, tell him he can go at a certain price and get it out to clubs. It moves things along. Maybe, Aaron, maybe. But he said he wants to move to Spain, which narrows things. I think there's one club and it's Betis in it. He needs game time at his age. Probably not good enough right now. Yeah, he's not. Yeah, move on, enough said. Yeah, fair enough. Anyone know scored? I think there'll probably be an article now. Let's have a look. Someone said he'll be kissing a mirror somewhere, the little fucker. Ooh. People won't be happy. Some won't be happy. Listen, it is what it is. Spoiler alert, the ratings. Right, I'll quickly go through Graham's article. See what the guy's saying. I think they were third or fourth tier in Germany, so it wasn't like a big test. Melier, a couple of wayward passes, but he ended his 40-minute clean sheet with smart stops. Sam Chambers, so he must have been playing right back. Some good defensive work under pressure, mopped up amount of danger and putting a storming run down the right. Jacobiol, not really tested, was fine in possession, won a couple of headers. He gets a 7 as well, so 3 7s out of 10 from Graham. Strout gets a 6, a little wayward with a couple of passes, one of which put his side in trouble. Came close to a goal a couple of times. Still not scoring from corners then. Gabriel Goodmanson couldn't get much going attacking-wise with Harrison. Was steady going the other way. 6, Ilya Gruev. The machine played 91 minutes. Not all of his work was his sharpest, but he showed no signs of tiredness and kept giving energy to Leeds in all situations. Sean Longstaff, 6, showed his engine, unable to give Leeds complete dominance in the middle during the first half, finding his way in the system, which changed. Played 80 minutes. There was a 2 because there wasn't 3 midfielders. So Longstaff, Gruev. Because next up's Jack Harrison. Jack Harrison, plenty of effort, saw lots of the ball. More of a factor than he was against Man United, but main threat was from corners. So he's been taking corners for us. Dan James, a couple of decent crosses, but looked a little frustrated with his lot on the right. And Pirro took his goals really well, tidy in possession for the first part, for the most part, and linked up well. Harry Gray struck the post with a decent strike, claimed a lovely assist for Pirro. Wasn't always able to get the best of his markers press well. Harry Gray must have started in the 9, Pirro in the 10, James and Harrison on the wings. Harry Gray pressing well. That's what I mean. We don't need to worry about Matteo either. We've got fecking Harry Gray. Alex Cairns, no saves to make. Just had to deal with some pressure with the ball at his feet. Gave away a corner by holding on too long. Lost a mark through his rule knowledge. Darlow, one sublime save to keep out a free kick, caught a simple shot, little else to do beyond clearing a few times. Bogle, who was a sub, so that was the lineup then. So the lineup was Melier, Chambers, Biol, Strauch, Goodmanson, Gruev, Longstaff, Pirro in the 10, Harrison left, James right, Harry Gray up top. Bogle, so good on the ball, played quickly and accurately. Has carried his last season form into pre-season. He's going to be sick next year. Byram, stout defending, sensible decisions on the ball. Didn't need to get out of second gear. Rodon came on as well, organised things, constantly fed information to teammates and taught youngsters through situations. Then Ampadu came on, some great decisions in possession and nice switches of play. Tanaka, a bit quiet at times, didn't dominate possession in the way he can. He was another sub. Willinonto, dangerous, constantly offering himself as an option. Got at SC Verl, which was the team we played, worked hard, took his goal well, so Nonto on the score sheet. Ramazani picked up a nice assist at the game, entered the final half hour. A couple of frustrating moments he couldn't take advantage of. Mecha, in exactly the right place to score a tap-in. Should have probably scored a second from Nonto's pass. Charlie Crew also played a nice pass in the build-up to the 4th. Saw plenty of the ball and used it well. Reece Chadwick, got involved in plenty of the action. Most of his work was safe, but he showed a desire to drive forward with the ball and contribute to attacks. So that was everybody. What's quite interesting is the 4-2-3-1 again. It sounded like Pirro got 2. Mecha got 1. Who was the other one? It doesn't say the score in his article. Harry Gray, no. Pirro 2. You'll have probably got the highlights anyway, but let's go. Let's have a look. Glad he's going. Right, okay. Get back to your comments. Listen. He wants to transfer. I want to leave. Again, we forget about all the intangibles. He wants to leave. You send him out on loan, right? Okay, but he's still a Leeds United player. He'll want to, it's just not viable at this moment in time. I'm not even that upset. but I don't like some of the decision Farke makes, although some of them he's got right. The reason you don't like him is because it's players that you rate, right? It's Joseph and Ramazani. But I hate to be this guy, right? But ultimately, if we talk about tacticals as a sense, or those that have backed them players that I've mentioned, you've all been wrong. And the manager's been right. And I would hedge my bets on that the manager is probably right more than anybody, really, because he sees them every day. So these players that have been backed incorrectly. Ramazani, last season, okay, you could argue he could have played more, totally fine, get it. But ultimately, he had a player in front of him that was unreal. And it's like, oh, well, he shouldn't have been playing him because we're developing someone else's player. Right, okay. So what, should we maybe not go up? Remember, how pivotal last 6-7 games Solomon was. Should we maybe not go up just to give your favourite player a run in the side? That's ultimately what it comes down to. And rather than say, do you know what? I got it wrong. Leeds United are in the Premier League. Thank you, Daniel Farke. We go, see, if we'd have done what we would have done, he's now, and a lot of them don't like Solomon. You know why they don't like Solomon. It is what it is. But hey. And I've seen it, man. Don't get me fucking going like a coil spring. Anyway, it is what it is. Relax. Don't do it. Yeah. Look, ultimately, maturing is realizing when you're wrong and admitting it. Part of growing up or becoming emotionally mature. A person learns to recognize, do you know what? Made a mistake. Take responsibility for it. Acknowledge when you're in the wrong rather than deny or deflecting blame. It emphasizes humility, self-awareness, and the ability to learn from errors as a key aspect of maturity. Ultimately, the players that who remembers having arguments about his man management? Mad. No doubt. Yeah, 100%. Betting my brother's house on Leeds staying up. United fan. Who's United? Leeds United? Newcastle United? Leeds? Yeah. You mean Manchester United, don't you? But we need someone to stay up, otherwise the top 7. Yeah, no, we will stay up, don't worry. And so will Sunderland. Big up, Joe B. Thank you. Fair, mate. I mean, look, it is what it is. People will, yeah, it is what it is. Joe, I want Gustavo Hamer. To be honest, I wanted him previously, but I think we're going better. Joe, you've probably been asked this hundreds of times today, but how confident are you? I think, well, look, he's not a Marseille player yet. They've had about 15, 20 meetings now at this point. Where are they? Big up to Evie. Oh, look, Evie pulls no punches. I'm disgusted. There's a thing of like, he could still go to pre-season, let's be honest. He could still go. But again, I'm not that fussed. I haven't, mate. I was about to, and then this happened, so I came live. That's Celta Vigo in Spain, not Celtic. Yeah. Joseph isn't as good as some hype him to be. Agreed. He was given opportunities, didn't take them. Now he's seen Gyökeres throw his dummy out for a move and thinks he can do the same. Ultimately, he'll be getting that advice from his agent, won't he? And it is what it is. I don't mind him quietly asking for more opportunities to play. Yeah, exactly. But you could tell from the summer, the way he was speaking in the press, I can't wait to play with players like Isco and stuff like that. Relax, mate. Chill out. And then he scored a tap-in at the Euros, and it was the best movement anyone's ever seen when all he did was run in a straight line. You watch my guy, Matty from Imagine Not Being Leeds, he did exactly the same. No one's trying to sign him. I mean, we are, Yorkshire Roses, we're putting him on a lifetime contract. But my point is he just ran in a straight line. Yeah. Highlights just dropped, they have. Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I mean. He was never going to play. He was never going to play. No, Tyler, I don't, by the way. I'm not asked. And I'm not biting back. I'm having a conversation. I don't think I bit back. I'm just having conversation. If anyone is personal at this stage now, I do just block them, to be honest, mate. So don't worry. I don't want to lose who I am as a person, why people liked what I did in the first place. Here's what it is. Is there any way to watch full? No, they're just giving us halves. To be honest, I think it was like 3 30-minute halves as well. It weren't like a proper game. It's boom. Yeah, so big up to Jammy. Happy birthday, my brother. There we go. Piro to Mecha and Nonto. There we go. That was it. Happy 21st, Jammy. I don't know if it's 24. Yeah, it's 54. Good man, my brother. Do you? I don't. Stop. I can't with the Chambers bit. Buy a right back. Yeah. Schmidt's injured at the minute, Jared, but I do think they will get a backup right back. Although I'd like them to get a backup left back, but for whatever reason, they see Byram as a left back. So, Daz, the manager, if no one comes for him, we'll see him in his plans. See, this is a thing. I'm going to put some out there now. Don't shoot the messenger, please. And we'll end up debating again. People are defending Joseph now. Harrison's not done worse. Fact. Harrison's getting battered for his mum. Fact. Now we're saying give it to someone who deserves it. This is what I'm saying. It's because you don't rate him and rate. Do you know what I mean? If that makes sense. I want to know what the difference is. Harrison had something written into his contract. We can't help it that none of the other players were deemed good enough to stay in Premier League. So that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Ramazani 2 assists when he came on. Nice to see. Mikey says Crew was way off it. Oh, he got 7 out of 10 off Graham. Yeah, I'm not okay. Parker got me 190 points as well, Sly. You'll never back him, and one day you will be right. These Germany comps are a shit show, secretive till game, then all over the place reporting after. I think just let them get behind closed doors. You argue with the same 3 dudes, Joe? I don't. Who? I'm not arguing with no one. And the same 3 dudes. Who are the same 3 dudes? If they've got a point, they're going to back their point, right? I don't even think it's that, mate. I don't even think it's that. I like Joseph. He's clearly not ready, but as soon as he says don't want to play for Leeds, he's got to go. You got to go. You got to go. I didn't see that, mate, to be honest. Is that true? I hope not. Fucking hell, he's only just come in. Goal for the championship title. There you go. If it's 20 for Joseph, as we've heard, if it's 20, wow, I'll drive him there myself if they manage to get 20. That's mental. I don't think they'll get that. So again, you're wrong. You're wrong. In what world is his man management crap? Any ex-player, I'll send you loads of interviews if you want, Ben. Any ex-player only speaks positively about him, apart from Russell Martin, but he bombed him out at squad. Give me an example of poor man management. Please give me an example of poor man management that you know of, and then we'll chat about it. Mate, it's only highlights. It's only highlights, so you can't. 10 million. We rejected that, though, before. We did reject it before. So, yeah. I didn't know you. Don't know about that, bro. I wasn't the best. Yeah, big up, man. It's there. Love it. Yeah, nothing more than a discussion, Wayne, right? That's what I mean. And we get passionate. Love that, mate. Love it. Is Stuart Downing still here as well? Remember Downing came, didn't he? So I wonder if he's like, because they spent time together at Borough as well. Big up to Andy C, who's gifted 5 Just Joe football show memberships. It was 2 teams, each side 60 minutes. Legends. Yeah, I am. It's what it is. Was he good? That's good to see. Joseph was overhyped by the Tactito, so the kid has proven nothing at any level. Boom, there you go, brother. Harry Gray assisted Pirro's goal. Love to see it. Right, okay, so context. I dislike what Joseph's done. Welcoming Harrison back, right? He didn't refuse to play for us. His contract allowed him to get full pay in the Premier League. Refusing to play for us is what Nonto did. If Jack Harrison couldn't have got a move, he'd have stayed. It's not Jack Harrison's fault that none of the others were deemed good enough to go to the Premier League and had to spend 2 years in the Champo. We all love Firpo. He did try to get moved that first time we went down. It was all over Fabrizio Romano's Twitter. Do a quick search, you'll see it. Aronson left. Did shit. Had to come back. Voba left. Wanted to go second, but came back because no one would pay what we wanted for him. It's not Jack Harrison's fault that, look, put yourself in this situation and please try to take the football club out of it. You do a job, Tyler, whatever your job is, mate, right? They then say, right, okay, we're having financial issues, Tyler, so we're going to half your pay, or you can go across the road, they have better facilities, and they'll also keep you on the wage that you're on. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Your contract allows you to do it, so you're not going to get sacked from here. So if we get our money back up, you can come back and work for us again, and we'll make a decision if we agree to or not. Or dock your wages for, and we can talk about, oh, well, footballers get so much money. It's all relative. If you can find me one footballer that would be willing to half their wages to drop down a division, I'll have a conversation with you. If you can find me one person in the world that's willing to do their job for half the price, when they can go next door where there's better facilities, because the Premier League, you can see what I'm building here. He didn't refuse to play. He had a choice, yes, but again, that choice had factors like better facilities, same money I'm on. What are we doing? Refusing to play is what Willie Nonto did. Mateo Joseph is now refusing to even train. That's refusing. Harrison did not do that. That's it. Yeah, and you can have that. You can have that. Again, I disagree with that. I don't. When we stayed up in the Premier League, who was it who scored the goal? Yes, exactly, mate. Healthy discourse. This is true. This is what Cooper said. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's 10 in it. 10. Look how he handled this. Yeah, well, exactly. Willie's now on a new long-term deal. Agreed. I love Farke's man management. Yeah, because he gives plenty. 100% Evie. He's bang on. Largi Ramazani's done an interview this week where he's basically said, I learned a lot from what happened because the manager was asking him to do defensive work. He didn't do it. He came outside. Yes, he did. Yeah. That's fine. He only ever speaks well of him. Do you know Emi Buendia refused to play? Yeah. Emi Buendia refused to play and he got sent down to under-21s. Do you know that same season he got them promoted back to the Premier League? If you go and talk Norwich City, watch Emi Buendia's interview and see what he says about Daniel Farke. Okay? Todd Cantwell only ever says positive things. People fall out, yes. I fall out with my brothers. Sometimes I fall out with my kids. We make up. These people spend a lot of their time on a daily basis traveling with them. It's hard. You're gonna have frustrations, but you can mention about Cantwell, but then I give you the Emi Buendia example. Told I want to leave. No, train with 21. See you later. Came back in, gets them promoted. Then he's allowed to leave. and then go and talk Norwich City and see what he says about him. Yeah, he's on big money. He's in, but so is everyone else, like at the football club. Folks, guess what? The players that we have now, their wages will have gone up. No, well, that's for the manager to answer. That's for the manager to answer. If he feels he can bring something to the squad, we'll see. We'll see, won't we? Tell him, Jason. Tell him. Yeah, but they were in a different conversation. Yeah, Joe, you sometimes have to look at... Yeah, of course, man. Jack Harris... Guess what, folks? Be real with you. Half of that... Not half. 90% of the players that currently play at our football club, I don't really care about Leeds United. It's a job. It's a job. They like the job. And sometimes you like clubs more than others, of course. And then you stay long enough. But ultimately, some of these... Who's our longest serving player now? Is it probably Pat? And guess what? We're saying, see you later. I get why he's done, but I don't personally think he deserves to reap the benefits. What benefits, though? Tell me what benefits. What would you have us do? If no one will buy him, what would you have us do? Joseph never recovered from the miss against Burnley. He's homesick and he's thinking about next year's World Cup. He's got no chance of getting in the Spain national side for next year. Not a chance. Yeah, that's fine though, Jaggy. You can have that. You can have that. That's an opinion, innit? That's an opinion. I need to watch it. I've not watched it yet. Yeah, any double digit, 100%. 10 rising, maybe if he gets in Spain national side, if he scores so many goals or whatever. If my company kept promoting people I view as more qualified over me. Right, okay, so you're on about, so let's apply this logic. Who are you talking about? Are you talking about Joseph? Yeah, so what you're saying is, if Farke played Pirro and Bamford ahead of me, this is flawed, because guess what? They're both more qualified. So who are you even talking about here? Because I know you better not be talking about Solomon and Ramazani, because don't even talk about that. But I know you're definitely not talking about Bamford and Pirro over Joseph. So that there again is flawed, bro. That's mad. So you think Matteo Joseph should have been starting over Pirro and Bamford? Okay. Guess what he did? Guess what? Didn't pass his probationary period and was told, you're probably going to have to leave, mate. It's understandable. It's like a third-tier German side. Big up Joe, lad, smashing it. Daily, photos, thank you, mate. Harrison is shite, though. Let's have it. Yeah. In your opinion, Matt, I think he'll prove a lot of people wrong. I like the player. I know. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I'd also agree with this as well. No, he couldn't have got another loan, Gary. No, he couldn't have got another loan. No one wanted him. No one wanted him. Who wanted him? Can you give me the examples of the teams that wanted to pay his wages? His full wages after he stunk up the joint in Germany. Can you give me the examples? Because guess what? Everton were willing to take him. No one wanted Aronson. That's why he came back. If someone wanted Brendan, he'd have gone. Come on. You're not surely... So now, last summer we all hated Aronson. Now he's given us... This is about being fickle. So, Gary, here's my point, right? Everyone hates Harrison now, right? So you're now using Aronson as a good guy in this scenario by saying, but now he chose to come back, did Brendan, but we all hated him last summer. This is what I'm saying about football being fickle. Harrison scores the winning goal against Everton, no one will care. And I just think at the minute we're being a bit unfair because, like, if you're saying he refused to do, well, no, Joseph actually refused. Harrison hasn't. Joseph wasn't better. Did you watch the same Mateo Joseph as everyone else last season? Because I don't think you did, bro. I don't think you watched the same player. Harrison has Brent. Yeah, he's back. Yeah, man. Leave the guy alone. Anyone who can spare the cost of a pint or coffee per month, hit the join button and become a member of the channel. Support your boy. Big up to you, the Sparks legend, for that. Thank you very much. Not everybody has changed their view on. Well, I think they have. Unless maybe you haven't and you still hate them all. That's fine, Frank. But yeah. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't, mate. No, he wasn't. Exactly. And rather than just, again, just fall on your sword, it's like, no, the manager's wrong. Wrong. One second, let me listen to this. Yeah, no, he's just speaking. He's just speaking. He's Daniel Farke there saying, "Look, what can I do? Ring the police and get him to come to thing." Unfortunately, I can't make him go. Let's have a look. R.I.P. Ozzy. Has Ozzy Osbourne died? Oh, no way. Oh, I loved Ozzy Osbourne. Rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne. Rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne, indeed. 100%, yeah. Nowhere near of the level, man. No, doesn't, mate. I don't have an issue with Joseph, but I was prepared to sell him to PSR anyway. Agreed, same Ash, because he isn't ready on what we need now. Yeah, look, do you know what? In 5 years' time, right, Joseph could be immense, and everyone will go, "Oh, fuck it." But we might have 5 years sustained Premier League status because of that sale, because we were able to bring in Mooney's and Pakshaw. Do you know what I mean? So it's not that deep. Yeah, 100%. Agreed, man. Sharon, yeah, 100%. Well, England play Italy tonight, actually, so let's hope we can stick it to Andrea. But yeah, listen, we'll leave it there. We've spoke on Joseph. He's made the decision. What's next? We do not know, right? Big up to Ozzy Osbourne and the Osbournes in general, because they were a big part of our growing up. MTV was massive. You had Jackass, you had the Osbournes and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, Tyler, no. And guess what? He needs to play. Go play. You know what I mean? Go play, man. And hopefully you mean. This is for you, Joe, for putting up with this every day. You are the man. Jason, you're a legend. But yeah, rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne, and probably see you tomorrow now, folks. I'm still working on getting the Content Creator Cup video edited and everything. It's really cool. I've watched all the clips back at the changing room and stuff. It's going to be cool. So yeah, looking forward to that. I'll see you in a bit, folks. Bye-bye.